Hello and welcome to the Ginger Nut and Travelling Coffee Cup. Today I'm here at the Manchester Airport Aviation Park and we've got a Nimrod and a Trijet. And I'm here just to have a general look around and see some of the planes take off, and also to see the final flight of the last 747 here at Manchester Airport. Hope you can join me. So here's a map of the viewing park. So you've got the Trijet, Nimrod, Concorde's in there, and the Avro jet is in the corner, and the restaurant cafe type place is there, and the place to get your tickets for Concorde is there, and this Monarch one up at the top is used as a classroom for children when they come to this part of Manchester Airport. So there's the Nimrod from 1969 to 2010. This thing kept Britain safe. I think it's ended its retirement now. Here at the runway Aviation Park at Manchester Airport. I think if you just look down here, you see the bomb bay doors are actually open. This Trident first flew in 1985. And it's been in Manchester Airport since 2007. But when it comes to the planes you come to the Aviation Park here at Manchester Airport to see, there's one that I think stands atop all the others. Because even to this day, it still hasn't been bettered or replicated. So let's go and take a look at it. But the reason Concorde is there, and not out there, is down to a couple of man-made reasons. And one very tragic mistake. A Concorde, not too dissimilar to this one, was on the runway at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. It was a normal flight for the first minute and 30 seconds. Concorde hit with its left rear gear a piece of plane debris, about 30cm ruler size, and it sheared the rubber off the tyre, and the tyre went up and hit the wing. Now Concorde's fully fueled and going quite a considerable amount faster than most planes on a takeoff run, and the fuel tanks were full. The end result was the fireball that happened, and it trailed behind Concorde. Captain Marty was committed to the takeoff run, so he had to get the plane upwards. The plane was doomed the second it hit that piece of debris, because the plane was now tilting to the left and he couldn't get it back up again. And unfortunately, Concorde crashed, killing all on board and a couple of civilians that were on the ground in the hotel. So, after the Paris disaster, French and British Concordes were refitted so the disaster couldn't happen again. This cost millions and millions of pounds, and they had to do test flights to show that it was airworthy. So they did. A British Airways Concorde was scheduled for a test flight for just any random date. However, that date now is a date that no one wants to remember. The date in question, Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. A Concorde, not too dissimilar to this, took off from Heathrow, did a test flight, did a UE, came back. Pilot lands it all went really well, couldn't fault it. Concorde were back in the skies in no time. However, when the pilot got off the plane, he was told a plane has just flown into the World Trade Center. I don't want to go any further than that, but we all know what happened. So, commercial air travel as a whole is grounded. Never mind, we'll come back and we'll see how we go. Then, these became fashionable. There was a SARS outbreak, which again crippled commercial air travel. And then thirdly, probably the death knell for Concorde over the other two, was the invention of something that I think everyone in the world takes for granted, and it's the reason you're watching this video: the World Wide Web. Now, if you're a business and it costs you $6-7 grand to go on one of these things, but you've got a PC or a laptop or whatever, pages, phones, and you can do the meeting electronically, why would you spend thousands of pounds going on that? You wouldn't. So British Airways and Air France got together, crunched the numbers. They were flying planes half full. It wasn't making money. So then in 2003, they made the heart-rendering decision to retire them all. Every last one of them. But a good thing came out of that, because now Manchester, and only Manchester, can say that they have the British Airways flagship Concorde, GBOAC. And here it stands for the rest of its days as a mark of true Anglo-French engineering. There's not been a plane since that has looked that good or flown that fast, and I generally don't think there ever will be. I think Concorde, it's a bit like the Boeing 747 that we saw leave today. It's an era, and unfortunately it's ended. Fuel prices and just people's willingness to travel that fast or build something that fast, there's not the money around, especially not in 2020, to think about building one of those again. But it is sad that it's got to look out on the runway that it used to call home. But eras come and go, but it'll always be here for you to come and have a look. And hopefully when this is all said and done and coronavirus is just memories on Facebook, I'll be able to go up those stairs and go in that plane. I think me and you both want to see that. So here at the Aviation Park, here's the cafe next to Concorde. You'll see Concorde there sticking out its nose, looking out into the runway, and the aviation shop. Just got toys, scale models, t-shirts, umbrellas, just general aviation gifts for children and for anyone else who's an aviation person in your life. And then next to that is the reception to the conference centre, which is quite aptly named the Concorde Conference Centre. So, as I showed you on the map, there's a front fuselage of a Monarch airplane. Just to show you how big it is, there it is, equipped with a classroom, just for the private events that you can have. However, the airline that's on there, Monarch, ceased operation, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, so it's not changed colour yet. I don't know whether they've got plans to change it, but yeah, quite a nice setting for a classroom there. Give us a wing wave. From the 4 Etihad Airlines. What a gorgeous aircraft. There's a Brussels Airlines plane. There's the Expo Airbus A380. here's an interesting fact. The runway the plane's landing on today is in Manchester, which is in Tier 3. However, the runway that's over there is in Cheshire, which is in Tier 2. So quite an unusual situation. So if you lived, there wasn't an airport here and there was houses, if you lived on runway 23, you'd be in Tier 3, but if you lived on the other one, you'd be in Tier 2. I actually didn't know that. Go on. Go on, up you go, up you go, up you go, go on. So, a couple of years ago, a very well-known car show did a test on these runways. The car show in question was Top Gear. Now, I don't know about you, but could you imagine doing that phone call? Yes, Manchester Airport, we'd like to use your runway for a car test. Yeah, of course, that would be several £1,000s. One advantage of doing it on this particular runway, you probably wouldn't crash into anything. So that'll do it for today's vlog here at the Manchester Airport Aviation Viewing Park. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help. Next week's vlog's a bit up in the air at the minute, but hopefully there will be one sometime next week. So I do hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.